Berg.
President Trump is sharing details about his last-minute decision to call off U.S. airstrikes against Iran. The president tells NBC's Meet the Press that everything was ready to go, but he pulled back after being told that as many as 150 Iranians might be killed by the strike. Now, regarding if the president needs to go and get congressional approval for any strikes, Republican from Texas Mike McCall reminds us.
I do think going through Congress is always a better route, but right now it would be self-defense, which the president under Article 2 is fully authorized to do to defend the nation and American interests, which is what this drone strike was.
The Supreme Court ruled by a 7-2 margin to throw out the murder conviction and death sentence for a man in Mississippi because of a prosecutor's effort to keep African Americans off the jury. The defendant has been tried 6 times and now could face a 7th trial. This is USA Radio News.
Hi, I'm Captain Obvious, and every day thousands of people book trips on Hotels.com. Trips you will later hate like. What's a hate like? It's when you like a picture of Kyle pretending to put his fingers on top of another national monument, even though you kind of hate it. It's not that you hate Kyle, it's that you hate that he's there and you are sitting in a bathroom stall at work. Don't hate like Kyle's trip. Book your own with Hotels.com and get rewarded basically everywhere. Hotels.com. Be there, do that, get rewarded.
At Walgreens, we know that your day doesn't stop for diabetes. So when you've got places to go and people to see, count on Walgreens every day to get expert diabetes advice 24/7. Find all major brands of testing supplies like Walgreens True Metrics in-store and online. And download tools to help you stay on track, like our 5-star mobile app with Pill Reminder. At Walgreens, we are your diabetes go-to. Stop by and talk to your pharmacist today. Walgreens, trusted since 1901.
The feds are alleging a serious accusation against former Trump associate Roger Stone. With more, here's USA Radio Network's Chris Barnes.
In a new court filing, federal prosecutors are alleging that longtime Trump associate Roger Stone violated his gag order in his criminal case with recent social media posts. Stone was subject to the judicial order barring him from commenting about matters involving the Russia investigation and his own criminal trial. At issue are posts that Stone started making a few days ago, including a message asking why several major news organizations didn't cover a recent filing his lawyers made, arguing that the government did not independently verify that Russian operatives hacked the Democratic National Committee in 2016. And in 2 of the posts, Stone tagged multiple media outlets.
A final look at your numbers on Wall Street. The Dow lost 34 points to close at 26,719. NASDAQ dropped 20. And you're listening to USA Radio News.
With a recession ending, if you've been putting off building your business, now is the time to act. General Steel will meet or beat any price on a pre-engineered steel building of the same size and specifications. Act now before steel prices go up. So call us today for free information.
Call 800-965-1290. 800-965-1290, 800-965-1290.
Lou Alvarez, one of the retired NYPD officers who just sat in an emotional congressional hearing with Jon Stewart, announced that he's entered hospice care due to the incurable nature of his cancer. Alvarez was on Capitol Hill testifying in the ongoing saga to keep the Victims' Compensation Fund for 9/11 first responders open. Alvarez shares with Fox News his final message.
We need this bill passed, Shep. It's got to be passed quickly and efficiently so we never have to come down to Washington again and lobby. It's not fair. I've been blessed. I got sick 16 years after the fact. Here's my son, David. He was 11 years old on 9/11. He's 29 years old now, and I'm leaving him without a father. I also have 2 other sons, Tyler and Ben, who are 19 and 14, and I'm leaving them without a father. And there's plenty like me. Like I said, I'm not special. There's plenty of guys like me. Okay, I got sick 16 years after the fact.
The bill is expected to pass in the House with no problem, although in the Senate, things still remain unclear. For USA Radio News, I'm Tim Berg.
It's 8:05. She's crude, often misconstrued, and is actually a dude. Welcome to Life's a Drag. Say hi to New Hampshire's 2018 Entertainer of the Year. Your hostess with the mostest, Monique Too Soon.
Hi, you're listening to Life's a Drag. My name is Monique Too Soon, and tonight is one of those circumstances where I am a dude. I do not have a show tomorrow, but
So you're just being lazy?
No, we moved my son's daycare to Bow, where I live, and getting to Bow on a Friday night during the summer is like driving through New York City during rush hour because everybody's going north to go camping, and you can.
I was going to say
not
no
get
one
anywhere.
is going to Bow. Where is the traffic going?
It's all the north traffic. It's every day at like 5 o'clock. You cannot get past Merrimack or Concord.
I guess you shouldn't have moved. You should have stayed 2 miles away from me.
Yeah, but I wanted to move far enough away in case there's a nuclear disaster.
Oh, you think that's going to happen in downtown Hudson,
Well,
New Hampshire?
I just finished Chernobyl Diaries or the Chernobyl
Chernobyl.
series, whatever it is. And when I say it to I now we have Xfinity, so you can talk to the remote. And so I would be like Chernobyl, and it would be like Share Noble. Nope, that's not what I said. Chernobyl. It never got it. And then Danny does it. And of course, the first time it's like, boom.
Really?
Yeah.
That
I didn't get
doesn't-
to introduce you yet. Stop talking.
Oh.
Tonight, I am here with my co-host who won't shut up, Patty Hurley.
Patty Hurley.
And Caitlin Slawinski.
Hello.
And tonight we are joined by Alderman Shoshana Kelly.
Welcome.
A little closer.
Little.
Closer?
Yeah.
Yeah, closer. Or bring it towards you. It moves.
This move. No, this moves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shoshana's our special guest tonight. She is one of the aldermen, which I actually don't know what an alderman is. Can you tell me?
You're not the first person to say that. So I'm actually an alderwoman at large, and that means that I represent the entire city. So we have 9 wards, and we have aldermen who are representatives of each ward. So there's 9 ward aldermen. They serve 2 years, and then the at-larges serve 4 years.
Okay, and so is the 9 wards you're talking about, are they all in Nashua?
Yes.
Okay.
And I
The
actually
at
didn't
large
make-
sounds like criminal. You know, like she's an alderman at large.
At large.
They're looking for her as we speak.
I mean,
Well done.
So that's pretty cool. So how do they split the city up into 9 ways?
that's a really good question. And it's a very complicated map that I've definitely seen in Mayor Donch's office. But it's I live in Ward 5. You've never lived in Nashua, right?
No, I lived in Hudson for a while.
Okay.
I own a
Oh.
business in Hudson too.
So there's a downtown. There's quite a, we're in Ward 4 right now.
Oh, okay.
That's Tom Lopez's. He
Oh,
actually
we're
used to live
4.
in this building.
No. Tom Lopez, good guy.
Yeah, good alderman.
No, I have no idea who he is.
I know the name. Now that you're saying Tom Lopez, I do know the name because I think I'm friends with a lot of them on Facebook, but I can't put a face on him.
Oh.
But I'll stalk his Facebook later.
So what is a typical day for you?
As an alderman or as me?
Well, let's talk
About
alderman
alderman
first.
first, yeah.
So,
Do you typically talk closer to a microphone?
do you want me to?
Yes, I would
feel
really
I'm
like
eating
that.
it if I get closer.
Yeah,
If it's
pull
mostly
it towards you.
Yeah, just pull it
There you
towards
go.
you. I've actually eaten the microphone and they taste pretty good.
I feel like I'm gonna.
I
Get
bounce
lipstick
my
all over
nose.
it.
I bounce my nose
Okay,
off
is
of
that
mine.
better?
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot to hit
Okay.
record.
Oh, we're not recording.
I know, Joe. I'm sorry.
So the typical life of an alderman at large. So I am on multiple different committees in the city, and so we're good.
Yeah, I just wanted to have the volume turned up on my headphones because I could actually hear everyone outside the headphones.
Oh, okay. So I actually, when you come on, you're assigned to a bunch of different committees, and the committees, vary depending on what you're interested in. So I am on the budget committee. I'm on the finance committee. I'm on personnel, and then I'm also on 2 committees as a liaison from the board. So I'm on the Conservation Commission, and I'm on the Energy and Environment.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So you actually do have a large job.
Very large job.
That,
When
ergo, at large.
There
At
you go.
large. When did your 4 years start?
Year and a half ago.
Okay.
So
we still got Shoshana for a little while.
we do.
So
yeah.
does it change when the mayor changes?
No. The mayor's this year, and we have 2.5 more years of our term.
I know Mayor Donches is running again.
Yeah, I think that nobody signed up to run against him. They just put that out this afternoon, I think. So.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Caitlin,
He's going to win by a landslide.
run for mayor.
Do they still do a ballot if no one else runs?
Yeah, I think they do because you can always do a write-in.
Oh, right
they
me
go,
in.
they go through the entire process,
Yeah,
even if there
exactly.
isn't a
Right
challenger.
in.
Yeah.
Monique too soon.
No, good. Googly muggly, no. Don't do
What?
that.
Wouldn't that be a mayor too soon?
No. You ever being a mayor or in charge of a town is way too
Hey,
soon.
I can't do worse than the current 45th.
Oh, stop it. Yes, actually, I think you could.
No, at least we wouldn't know what was going on. I think a drag queen would be amazing as a mayor.
I think that if they had political experience or
Yeah, I have zero.
even the desire to be involved politically, which you do not have.
No,
No.
politics give me a headache.
Right.
Most of the
Mostly
especially-
because I yell at your husband about them.
I know. Oh God, we're not doing that tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good.
No politics tomorrow night. Because Danny and Patty tend to have different views, and although Danny is not anti,
Danny isn't as much of a Republican as he's a Republican, but he's not like totally
a Republican.
to the right Republican. But yeah, we have good conversations
But
about it.
He does love to debate.
He does love to debate, and sometimes I think he takes the side, even though he's not really on it, just to play devil's advocate, which I enjoy normally. But in a friendship relationship, I mean, I think I left your house once.
You did
I
leave
did.
her.
Like,
You
I
were
got
so
up and I
heated.
was
You were
like,
like awkward. Bye.
Done.
Whatevs. It
Whatevs.
happens. I've left your house before too. Usually because I walked in and you were naked.
That has. I'm going to use your favorite word. That has literally never happened.
No, I don't think it actually has, but it sounded good. You know, this is radio. We increase the size of the story a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. We have to make it for Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like totally.
Yeah. So me and Caitlin had a great week at work. She decorated my station with 2 other girls
I saw that
for my birthday.
Mm-hmm. Miss Wandy and Miss Tanya, right?
Yeah, and I turned 37 yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Wow.
Same age?
God.
Yeah, we're the
that's-
same age.
Oh, I'll be 37 in October.
Oh well, I'm
So
a
you're
little
older than her.
I'm
You're-
much more mature.
You're older.
I'm gonna be an alderman soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't even know how to run for anything. I ran for like class president when I was younger, but I wasn't liked until I was like 16,
Hmm.
so I didn't win.
Oh.
And then you were prom king, right?
I was prom king.
There you go.
Yeah, me.
What a turnaround.
I know.
Messed up high school.
So yeah, me and then the girl who ran the drama club ended up like we were like at the prom and we were like, just vote for us. You don't want the jocks to win, and they did, and we ended up winning. And I had a heart attack. Like I'm sure I was the first and only ever still gay prom king at Goffstown High School.
Yeah, but probably looked fabulous.
I had yellow hair. Like bumblebee yellow. I have pictures. I have one on Facebook. I'll try and tag you guys in it. What was that? It was gel spiky too, because that was like I graduated in 2001, so this was 2000 when this happened. Bumblebee
2001.
spiky yellow hair, and it wasn't like bad bleach job yellow; it was dyed yellow. Yeah, and I took 2 girls to the prom. I took lesbians.
That's awesome.
That might also be why I won prom king, because back then, like
They
every
were like,
straight guy
wow,
was
that
like
guy
lesbian.
has 2 girls with her. With him.
With her. You finally call me a her.
I call you a her.
and I'm
you're
not even in drag. Horrible. Horrible.
I'm a bad best friend. I've been saying that for like 10 years.
I know, but I can't get rid of you. It's too hard to replace a best friend.
It's very true.
Yeah. Totally. So tomorrow night I'm having a surprise birthday party at my house.
I'm sorry.
What? It was in my birthday card.
What was in your birthday card?
Danny wrote in my birthday card, so excited to celebrate with friends on Saturday.
Yeah, but you know that. We did. John and Tim and Caitlin are coming over. You knew that.
We have a
Mhm.
slumber party.
Well, I heard that Tim wasn't coming now,
Oh, well, yeah.
and I
he-
sent him a text and I said, you better find a sitter for your
Oh.
daughter. Or
So what part of this is the surprise? Am I missing something?
I'm going to act surprised when we get back to my house.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I'm still saying this, Danny, for the record, that there better be something barking when I get home.
Oh my God, you're a miserable human being.
Why? Because I want a puppy?
No, not because you want a puppy, but because literally, oh my God, I'm hanging out with him too much. Because honestly, I think like you could just enjoy your birthday no matter what kind of present you get instead of torturing your husband.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
It's okay for you to torture your husband. Oh, wait.
Oh, wah, wah. Hey, you know what? I'm starting to enjoy the fact that I'm being single.
I know, and we only have 2 more months before you're on Farmers Only.
3, 7. No, I think it was
7.
12.
No, September 1st, regardless if you're aware of it or not.
No, I said spring of 2020.
Oh, look at her trying to backtrack.
Spring.
No.
Ooh, Rob
No.
said September.
Yeah, September 1st, regardless
Actually,
if
he
she's
said
aware
summer,
of
and
it.
then I said September, and now he
Yeah.
actually thinks he thought of it.
No, I know you said September, and now I'm holding you to September. I wrote
That's
it down.
fine.
It's in my planner.
That's
I wrote
fine.
it down.
I'll go on
I'm still
online
using
dating
planner.
sites the month of my birthday. Absolutely.
I want you,
You
to
all, you heard it. This is a woman who's had some pretty big role in Nashua. Thank you. I couldn't think for a second. She heard it. She's a witness.
She's gonna.
She will turn me into the
She's
proper
gonna
authorities.
notarize it before she leaves.
Okay.
I don't have
Okay.
the power to notarize.
We'll
Yeah.
just pretend you do. We'll use like a quarter and like a marker.
The
We'll
mayor
make her.
can marry people.
You can.
No, the mayor can.
Oh, the mayor can. I can too.
I could become mayor if something happened to the mayor. The alderman at large can become the mayor.
Oh.
They like
Wow.
know which one. I'm good right now.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I'm
Yeah.
good where I am. But yeah,
Wow.
I didn't know that when I ran for office.
Oh, yeah. That would be a pretty quick, unexpected jump.
Especially being 34 weeks pregnant.
No, 30.
30.
I
I
wish I
know.
was at
I thought
34.
it was like 34, but it's
You
30.
told me 78 the
Are you trying
the
to
other
say
night.
I'm
The 78 weeks
He did.
pregnant.
He was like, she's like 78 weeks pregnant, and I was like, that she's a medical anomaly.
What animal takes like more than a year for a pregnancy?
Elephants.
Oh,
Really?
is that the
3
only one?
years.
How long?
I think it's 3 years.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, they have a really long gestation period. Like they never give birth.
I'm sorry that this offends you, but it's the I don't actually.
I'm not offended.
Let
I
me-
can't imagine
can
being
someone-
pregnant for 3
can someone-
years.
Can someone make the Google thing happen and find out? I'm pretty sure it's
Joe.
3 years.
Joe, we
maybe
need
it's
you to
18
Google
months.
how long
No.
are elephants pregnant.
Someone's probably knows.
He's like, hold on, I got you.
Someone probably actually knows this on there.
Kaylee, I know you're on Facebook Live probably, so why don't you do it and let us know on the live feed. And if you're listening or watching through Facebook, please share the post and help spread the word of Life's a Drag. Every view is a new view, and it's 3 years.
Every new view is a dollop of love that you give to us.
Joe gave me African bush elephant is 22 months. Asian elephant is 18 to 22 months, so that's 2 years.
2 years. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
95 weeks.
It's ridiculous.
And is that with just one elephant?
Hmm.
Wow,
I mean, it is a large animal.
it is. I got so enthralled when that giraffe was giving birth.
I know.
Where was this?
Oh, it was online. It was like Facebook Live for like a month. It was,
And everyone
is it
kept
April?
everyone. Well, it might have been April, but it didn't end for because it lasted
No.
a while.
Was the giraffe's name April?
Oh,
No, I feel like her name was April or something.
I never saw it.
I have no
but she
idea.
got pregnant again. This giraffe is such a
Ooh,
tramp.
wow,
Yeah.
good for her. You know what? Don't empower women. Okay, we don't call them names.
She's a
say-
giraffe.
Good for her.
Good for
Good for her for finding the giraffe men. You know,
All of
The-
them.
slim pickings these days.
I wonder if it's a different dad.
Oh well, then I'm gonna have to judge
That's
her.
another thing to Google.
Yeah, well, I know. I'm gonna have to Google this giraffe story later, and we'll have a whole segment on it.
I don't know how on board I am of birth being like a spectator sport. I'm not there.
No,
No.
Is this your first child?
No, I have an 8-year-old.
You have an 8. Wow. Good googly muggly. You're starting all over again.
My brother had a little girl. She's adorable, and I think that I just
It got you baby fever.
I don't see a baby and get baby
Me
fever.
neither. I'm like, please take them away because they're about to cry. I can see it. I can smell it. Give me
Yeah.
a toddler any day of the week, and I'm the happiest person
You
alive.
can have my toddler.
I love your toddler.
I know,
Mhm.
and he loves you. He's sad that we don't go to your house anymore.
Well, that you're supposed to come to my house. You were coming to my house. Well, you still do, but he was coming to my house every Friday.
After school, but now he goes to school in Bow.
Everything
Wah,
about
wah.
you moving to Bow has ruined my life.
Well, guess what? You told me you were moving in. We're setting up
I
your
can't
apartment.
move in until Connor graduates. Then I'm there.
That's never going to happen.
And then
Hattie.
Danny can support us both. He's going to have to really amp up the sales. He can support us both so we can stay home and get our, our manis and petties and
get drunk all day.
Get day drink. Yep.
That sounds like fun.
I know.
So, Pride.
What?
I said rub it in.
Yeah.
Rub it in.
Sorry. I'd be drinking right now if I could.
Shoshana and I were discussing like a week ago, we were discussing sundresses for Pride and what we need to wear and all of that. And yeah.
Yeah, I got a sundress actually. I started tanning because I'm clear, I'm transparent, I'm so white, and I didn't want to just blow up lobster red on Pride. So I was like, well, I'll go a few times, and it's good for I have psoriasis, and it's good for my psoriasis. So I started doing that, and they have these dresses there, and they're like $10. And I was like, oh, that's cute. And I was just leafing through it, and I found one. It fit perfect. I was like, $10 day dress.
I still haven't found a dress yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
Oh, see that one I sent you. You should get that one.
It didn't have good reviews, and I don't know how you are, but like I get nervous if the reviews are coming. You're like,
It also depends on if I would go somewhere and try it on.
You know what? Remember that pantsuit I showed you that looked like a giant pair of pants that you just pulled up over here? And it just,
my gosh!
We got it.
Yeah,
it's in, and it's so hysterical. Me and Caitlin were wearing it at the salon. It literally looks like an oversized pair of jogging pants that goes up to your
like a giant pair of pants, and where you would have the pockets is where like the sleeves are. So it just
are they rainbow?
I'm going to show you. I have it in my phone,
right,
but
I want to see it.
Yeah, and no, they're not rainbow, but I think the website did have them in other colors, but it was only $11.
But the thing is, when you buy things like that online, I got this really adorable dress online, and I thought it was going to come, and the site had really good reviews, and it came in, and I'm telling you, it was made of plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's uncomfortable.
Oh no, see, this looks exactly like it should.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Isn't that amazing? But it literally looks just like jogging pants.
Like a
Wait,
giant.
does it actually look like that in real life?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it comfy?
Like he
well,
held
yeah.
it up, and I said, "Why do you have a giant pair of like sweatpants?"
When you when you tried it on, did it actually engulf you?
Caitlin could have probably put 14 of her in them.
Oh my
That's
god!
because I got a 4X because it comes from an Asian website, which means it runs Asian size, which means a large Asian size is an American extra small.
Yeah.
Right.
So you have to like go up 27 sizes, and I've never ordered shoes from like Asia because I'm always afraid that they just won't fit, because they do say like US size 10, but I don't think that's accurate.
No, I don't think it is either.
When you're a drag queen, it's kind of hard to fit things because we're so statuesque.
Oh god. You mean
You
tall?
look like you're gonna throw
Do you mean
up.
tall?
Statuesque. I'm
Nice
using
word.
big words.
Yeah, I like that word.
Me too. It sounds cute. I'm statuesque.
Well, hopefully Pride isn't as hot as it was last year.
Oh, I'm already dreading.
Yeah.
But if you look ahead at the weather for next week, it doesn't look like it's going to be that bad.
Oh, good.
It looks like, and it looks like it's going to be a little cloudy every day next week. No rain, but it looked like.
I promised myself I wouldn't look at the weather because
says
I'm gonna
80.
I'm gonna.
Oh, it's not showing
It says
Saturday.
80
Oh yeah, it is.
and a little lightning bolt. But
Which means there could be a thunderstorm.
Which means we're all gonna be
Humid.
on fire that day.
But at least it's not going to be
Bam.
98.
It was 98 and so
Oh,
humid that day.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
Hot, hot, hot.
I have a kiddie pool at my house that I was thinking of bringing and just filling it with ice. So when we're in between sets or whatever, we can all just stand in it.
It's a good idea.
I think it's a great
The
idea.
library is actually going to put sprinklers out on the. They got like the one with the unicorn and the
Oh.
rainbow.
That's
and they're gonna put them out on the
Drag
lawn.
queens can't go under sprinklers though.
No, but you can get your
Rough
feet
life.
wet or something.
Yeah.
I can. So that's all I care about.
Shoshana is responsible for me speaking at Pride.
Oh, oh.
I know. Should I be scared?
I feel like you should be terrified.
No, my speech is going to be really good. I already started writing it.
You sound a little desperate, like the ends of your words are going on. Like I started writing it,
Well,
and that means you don't know. That means you're
I only have
insecure
like
about
4
it.
sentences, but it's gonna be like a nice personal like little speech, a little personalized
Yeah,
one.
like hello, thank you for coming to Pride today.
No, that would be something you would say.
Huh.
While you have a
are
glass
actually
of Chardonnay.
you talk in front of people constantly. No, you asked a really good person.
I wish I could live with a microphone in my hands.
I know. I know.
I would be
feel that
like
way at all.
outside here on the street, like talking to people in their cars, like, what's going on?
I get really nerved up about being on a microphone, but then as soon as it's in my hand, you have to wrestle it away from my dead body.
Speaking of your dead body.
Great segue.
This week I finally convinced Patty that we need to do Naked and Afraid.
What is Naked and Afraid?
It's the survival show on Discovery where they send two
You've never
people that
seen
have
Naked?
never
No.
met to a strange country, and they have to survive for 21 days naked.
Is
And-
it on a nudist colony?
No,
Or is it
it's
just
in the
like
middle
they
of, like,
drop
the
you in middle of
jungle.
London?
You know, like Survivor?
No, in like the
You know
jungle.
Survivor, that reality show
Yeah,
where they
yeah.
drop. It's the same type of thing, but you're naked
Why?
and you get to bring
I
one
don't
thing.
understand.
Yeah, you can bring like a fire starter and a machete, and you have to
This is-
somehow survive.
This is how I feel about it. And I told him, you can bring one thing. We both are going to bring a bottle of tequila, so we're going to die. Like we don't have survival skills.
No,
So finally yesterday,
A bug
he
net.
got me to say, fine, look into it. I'll do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
10 minutes later, he's harassing me. And I said, you just got me to agree to something for your blankety bloop bloop. And I'm like, and now you're harassing me about this. And all he wrote was, it's never enough. And I
It
was like,
isn't.
and I thought to myself, this is in this moment, this defines my relationship with this man more than anything else that's happened between us. This moment, those 3 words, it's never
It
enough.
would be so good for radio show ratings, though, to be on Naked and Afraid too. And
I know.
we could do live from Naked and Afraid.
I think that they don't do couples though. Like we couldn't do bacon
No,
and egg.
so they have started doing. So this year they sent a husband and a wife there to
Oh,
survive
yeah.
21 days naked and alone together, and they ended up doing good. Or they sent a boyfriend and girlfriend, and at the end of the trip they ended up getting engaged.
Oh.
But I bet they would send 2 ridiculously like good friends, and they would have to send us to like a beach.
So this is perhaps the city official in me. How do you not get arrested if you're walking around naked?
So
Oh,
they
you're in,
don't. You're not in public.
you're in the
You're remote.
rainforest.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
nobody
You're nowhere
here.
near anything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
you have to survive with nothing, no clothes, nothing. You're allowed to bring one item. They give you a map, and I think when you do like the fan one, it's only 14 days. And
Well, they give you a satchel so you can carry around your little machete.
yeah,
Sounds
so
like chafing.
Yeah.
That's all I think of.
yeah,
Mhm.
so they let you you each get one thing you can bring, and then when you're on the 14-day challenge, they train you for a week prior so that you can get some survival experience, and they also give you a pot to boil water, and they give you a fire starter when you're doing the 14-day.
Okay, that's the one.
Yeah, so that's the one we would have to do because obviously we have 0 survival experience.
No, and once you get hungry,
Girl,
I
I'm looking forward
can't
to
deal
weight
with your
loss.
personality.
Hangry.
Oh,
Girl, have you seen
you'll be
yourself
like,
hungry?
I haven't eaten in 0.7 minutes. I would like someone to furnish me some
Speaking
food.
of which, Caitlin, do you have grapes for me tonight? No, I'm just kidding. I had grapes for breakfast.
I think that we would have the most fun of all the contestants ever.
We would survive like 8 hours, but they would somehow stretch it into an hour-long episode. Normally, people who are there for like less than a day, they replace them.
I know, because normally contestants don't push each other down hills and off rocks and stuff like that.
No, they
That's
would.
what we would do.
I bet they would put us somewhere tropical, and we would like just starve to death because neither one of us eats fish.
Right, and I couldn't kill an animal. I would feel so guilty.
We'll be eating trees. You'll just see us licking
Like-
bark. I'm so hungry. This bark is delicious. And then Patty's like, "You can't lick the tree. You can't do it. That's mean. They're alive." And then you just see her put a handful of sand in her mouth and salt water. And then we both have parasites from drinking out of a bad lake.
Hey, I'll take a ringworm.
Yeah, praise Jesus.
Right?
Let's all
Give
get
me
one.
a parasite for a week. Are you kidding me? Then I can be like America's Next Top Model.
I always wanted to try and order one. Did you ever see that TV show Fat Actress with Kirstie Alley?
No.
She played this. It was like a reality show where she played herself trying to get roles as a fat actress. And it was so funny. And there's an episode where she literally orders a ringworm and it comes in a water bottle and she drinks it.
Oh my gosh.
And they never showed a conclusion to it. But obviously it was staged, but
Clearly.
But it was like the
I was
funniest
going
thing
to say
ever.
she owes people some money back because she did like Jenny Craig for a while. That girl took a ringworm and then went online and was like, eat Jenny Craig. And you lose weight too.
And now she's pretty insignificant. She kind of like disappeared.
She was never significant to me.
Oh, I loved her.
I thought she was obnoxious. Ever since
Really?
Cheers, remember Cheers? She came on that show with like the boss and took over, and it was awful.
Oh, see, I loved her in like
Horrible.
Look Who's Talking,
Horrible sense of humor.
I loved that movie.
and the one
So
with
long
the
ago.
all the creepy children with the white hair.
Children of the Corn?
No, it's it's the one where they all get pregnant on the same day at the same time. They all black out, and then they wake up pregnant, and then they all have the blonde babies with the blue eyes.
I feel like this actually happened to you, like when an alien abducted you, because no one else seems to know what you're talking
it's
about.
called Village of the Damned.
I don't know.
No.
Now I'm gonna go home and watch it.
I
Yes.
know Look Who's Talking. That's
There
it.
is a movie where like there's a whole bunch of, and she plays like the cop in it. Like she comes to the town to investigate, and yeah, it's really weird. And the children end up being psycho.
The only movie I think I know about her in, besides Look Who's Talking To, which was ridiculous, but isn't she a woman that goes to an Amish village?
Oh my god, I love that movie with Tim Allen.
Oh my god.
It's called For Richer or Poorer. And that's because they're
Oh.
being investigated for fraud and they have to hide in Amish country, and she ends up doing like a fashion show in Amish fabric. You know, I loved that. I'm going to totally watch that. I missed that movie.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
It's all right.
I love when they churn butter. Churn, baby, churn.
Can I ask our guest a question?
Yeah.
So, for Pride, what have you been working on that a lot in your facility, in your function?
Yeah, so I actually didn't really finish answering the question about what aldermen do. We run the city, right? So we approve the budget, all that stuff. But then outside of that, we can come up with things that we would like to have happen in the city. So Pride was something that we brought last year. It was a shorter timeline to get Pride there than what we had this year. So we kind of pulled it all together. But I have to tell you, I had no idea the amount of work that goes into something like that until I sat on this committee and saw, we've got police at every single meeting talking about road closures and safety, and we have the city clerk involved, we have the mayor's office involved. It's so much coordination. So I know a lot of times I see on Facebook people be like, let's have a 4th of July parade, and all the things. You would just be amazed by how much time. So we've actually been meeting since January.
Oh, wow.
For the Pride Committee. Yep.
I've missed every meeting. But thank you, Paul Shea, for catching me up. Shout out to Paul.
You were invited to these meetings and didn't go.
Well, one time I thought it was at the wrong time. I was planning on showing up, and then I was like, oh, I missed it.
Well, we were meeting at a weird time. It was like
Yeah.
Fridays at 4.
Yeah, and that's when I usually start getting like occupied for the show, because I usually get ready and drag for the radio.
Yeah.
So it was hard to go. So I met with Paul alone, and he caught me up on everything, and we went over like the drag show and all that stuff.
Yeah. So it's been a labor of love, but absolutely fantastic. We have such a good group of people. And this year we've pretty much doubled it in terms of table vendors. I think we have about 60.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Will they all be at the end?
Yep. So it starts at, let's go to the details. So it's next Saturday, the 29th at 2:00. The parade starts at Elm Street School. And then we'll be going down to the library. And then the party happens. I'm out of breath. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm out of breath every time I'm in drag. I get it.
There's not enough room in there. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So the festival actually will happen right in the courtyard of the library and also the parking lot. So we set up food vendors. We have, like I said, 70 tables. We have, I think there's 4 of us speaking, just as kind of a kickoff.
Ooh.
Yep. And then we have quite a few people as part of the main stage.
Yeah, there's a lot of different acts. I got the list of the acts this week, and then the drag show is going to be around 4:30. I'm hosting the drag show, of course. I don't know if I'm going to perform or if I'm just going to concentrate on hosting. It just depends on how hot it is, because the costume I bought to perform in at Pride is full length and full sleeved, and it has a mask. So if it's 95 degrees and muggy, I probably will just host.
Okay.
Which
It's
is
nice that you
my
have
duty.
that option.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to speak and then go hide for a while so I don't die of heat.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, last year I literally thought I was going to die of heat.
It was
I was-
pretty rough.
I was walking around passing out water because it was hot.
Yeah.
And we were just like baking. Everybody was baking. So we have transposition, vocal ensemble, the New Hampshire Gay Men's Chorus. The Peacock Players will be doing a piece. Judy Pencost.
Yeah, she sings a song.
She does like kid songs.
Yeah, she did a song. I think one of her kids is either gay or something, and she wrote a song about how it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I heard the song. I listened to it with Paul when we had the meeting, and it was really sweet. And I don't know who she is, but I know the song is pretty famous on YouTube. And
So that will all be happening down at Nashua Library.
Yep.
Same
So
stage
they'll
as
be
the
amazing.
drag queen. So it all happens when the parade stops.
yeah, and we found
talked
out.
about a couple of different stages this year, but we stuck with just one big one.
Yeah.
We'll see next year. It's just you gotta.
I think they
more-
said that they were doing
Absolutely.
the runway
Yep.
again too. I saw that in a recent email this week. They're still doing the runway on the
Yep.
stage, so we'll have places to move.
Well, I think that each year that it happens, it will just get more
Grow and grow,
coordinated, grow, and you learn from your mistakes and so on and so forth. So.
And just for anyone who out there, it may be confused about, I get a lot of crap about drag queens being paid with taxpayer money. We're volunteering. We're not even getting paid for Pride. So there's no money going to us.
Well, actually, the parade is actually sponsored by donations. So we have a city trust fund that was set up, but all of the money is donated by the sponsors, by people who just came in, put money in. So tax money is not going to the parade. We set it up that way.
Yeah, I get a lot of
You
that.
can
Like
say that as many times as you want.
nobody
but
will ever
people
understand
that
that.
don't want to believe you are not going to believe it. You know what I mean? The
Right.
people that want a talking point to be mad about the parade are going to pick it as a talking point.
If you're
Yeah.
just tuning in, you're listening to
Oh.
Life's a Drag. I'm Monique Too Soon. I'm here with Patty, Caitlin, and Alderman Shoshana Kelly. And we are talking about Nashua Pride, which is Saturday, June 29th. Caitlin is going to be there.
Yes.
Patty is going to be there. We're going to be in my bright purple Jeep with Life's a Drag splattered everywhere on it. Like, we are promoting this radio show next week. And we're going to need your help because we need to raise $1,250 to keep the show on the air. So
Eek.
I'm going to be pushing, trying to raise that money at the show next week. So bring your money. Bring your money. Bring your money. Let's keep this show on the air.
So you can live cast from Pride next year.
You know, we were going to do something this year, but the timing just wasn't going to work out because there's too many shows already going on the radio. But I was going to try and do something before Pride or in the middle between the two shows, but it just doesn't work out timing zone wise. So it's all good. Well, maybe next year we'll be able to do something. I know next year we're also planning on doing a Nashua Pride pageant.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so we'll actually have somebody like a drag queen win the title of Nashua Pride Drag Queen of the Year or whatever, and she'll get to ride on the floats with us and perform, and we'll do the pageant like 3 weeks prior. And
Floats is something that come up as something we'd love to do. I think right now we're going to do a trolley this year. I actually asked if we could get a trolley, so the aldermen are going to decorate it. I'm going to be riding in it because I'm not walking.
yeah, I'm not walking either. You guys will be lucky if I'm wearing shoes.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I'll just be barefoot and pregnant, just walking down Main Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wear heels on pavement for that long. Like that would, oh no. I won't be able to do the show at Martha's after.
Oh, no.
Speaking of which, the show at Martha's, like if you're trying to buy tickets and it's not working, it could be sold out, but I don't think it's sold out just yet. I think we probably have like 4-ish regular tickets, and I think we still have 2 VIP tickets. So go online and buy those now because they aren't going to last.
And there are not selling tickets at the door.
We are not going to have any tickets for sale at the door. They're just so close to a sellout. There's no way they'll be available next week. So buy your tickets in advance or you're going to lose out. Last year, we were able to sell some at the door, but we didn't sell as many as we're selling this year. We're selling every ticket in advance this year.
Okay, good.
I started putting the VIP kits together tonight.
Oh, you're going to spoil them.
So the VIP people who they bought a ticket for $10 more, they are going to get a meet and greet with all the queens. They are going to get a private Q&A with the queens. We're going to kick everyone out, and then we're going to sit down, and we're going to have a little conversation, and they can ask any of the drag queens any questions they want, including our special guests from RuPaul's Drag Race, Jessica Wilde, and our out-of-town performer from Cincinnati, Chastity Marie, both of which will be on the radio show next Friday.
That's very exciting.
I know. I am so excited to see both of them. Both of them have been a pleasure to work with. Behind the scenes right now, like very easygoing, and Chastity's actually driving into town with her boyfriend, so she's driving all the way from Cincinnati to be here for Nashua Pride.
Wow,
that's awesome.
Yep, and they're so excited. Both of them are very excited.
Good. I love to hear that.
I'm excited too. I was amazed. I don't know how you felt last year, but I was amazed by the turnout. We didn't know what to expect. We didn't know whether to expect 100 people, 1,000 people. Unbelievable the turnout last year. So.
Oh, and it's going to be, I guarantee it's going to be probably doubled this year.
That's what I'm hoping for.
I hope so.
I'm excited.
Bird's the word. Be at Pride Saturday, June 29th. I don't know why bird's the word.
Oh, it's just why it just happened. I feel like I just shot back to the 70s. Isn't that a song? Bird, bird, bird.
I don't know. I wasn't born in the 70s.
I know you weren't born in the 70s.
I know you were.
I know I'm the oldest person in
You
the
were
room.
born in 1967.
I'm the oldest person in this radio station right now.
You are. You always are.
I know.
I don't think we've had a guest older than you.
I don't think so.
The youngest person on the radio.
That's right.
Yeah. Unless we had a guest that was pregnant and didn't tell us.
So I have something to talk about.
Patty, I think
not humanly possible.
you actually have to have, certain things in place before you can have a baby. You don't just wake up that way. Unless you're friends with Bill Cosby.
That was amazing.
So I have this client who is so... Was that a bad radio joke? So I have this client who you were there today too.
Yeah.
And her I'm not going to say her name or anything, but she's an older woman and she cracks me up every time she's in the salon. And we were talking about, I was like, do you need a drink? Because she broke her knee. Super cute. And so Kim ends up picking her up and bringing her to the salon so she can get her hair done because she can't drive.
Kim told me that yesterday. She picked up 2 people.
Yep. So she picked her up and her knee was broken and she's sitting in the chair and I'm like, would you like, like a vodka and a Vicodin or something? And she's like, who are you, Bill Cosby? I'd fall asleep in the salon. And I'm like, you go, lady. She's so funny. Oh my God. She was cracking us up all day. She was there the whole day.
Well, she had a ride.
Yeah, she had to wait for Kim.
She was cute. She helped us fold our laundry.
She did. She did a load of towels.
Oh.
Yeah. We get our clients to do everything.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to do it.
When you're in the salon next week, Patty, you're going to have to fold towels.
I'll do. Okay. I'll take one for the team.
You usually try to sweep up for me, but you do a terrible job, so I just take over.
I know. I was talking about that.
The same way.
Yeah.
I was talking about that as in a way, like
OCD.
I have how to, I've been trying to think of how I can help raise money for the radio show because I can't perform at a drag show. And I mean, I have, but it doesn't mean I can.
Do you remember the last time you did and you forgot all your words before you walked on stage?
Yeah. But I made a lot of tips. And I made a lot of tips the first time I went and got
maybe
drag.
you should perform at Pride.
Yeah. And so I was thinking, I'm like, there's nothing that I'm like, I can't do hair. I clearly can't do makeup. I'm like, I'm not a good housekeeper. And I'm listing all of these things that I could do for people for money. And I'm like, I just basically talked myself out of ever being anyone's girlfriend, wife, or anything. Because I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do this. I have pretty much nothing to offer. Thank you and good night.
Well, you did offer up a kissing booth.
I know, but I said not me. I would pay people to not kiss me.
Well, that's one way to raise money.
They could give me money and I would be like, fine, I won't try and kiss you.
Yeah, and then we talked about Caitlin and intern Joe being in the kissing booth, but I'm pretty sure Tyler would beat the crap out of every person.
Tyler has to, I've said this before, Tyler has to take one for the team.
I don't think that's going to happen, Patty.
No.
Well, that's what I said to him. I'm like, I'll try Farmers Only. See what we get for it.
I know, just to put her
Just
on
as
there.
an experiment, see what we got going on.
You
Oh
know,
my
Caitlin,
God.
Caitlin's mailbox would explode.
Oh, absolutely, it would.
We would have to shut the app down. It would crash.
Exactly.
She would be on for
Exactly.
1 second.
Yeah.
One picture.
I am not going on dating websites competing with you. Thank you very much.
I would love to put you both on at the same time and see if you guys get the same hit.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. Well, I don't think I'm going to do that, and I don't think we get the same type of hits or the amount of hits.
Oh yeah, you would.
No.
Yeah, you would.
No, my sparkling personality doesn't make it through a picture, okay?
When did you have a sparkling personality?
Before I started being your friend.
I've never seen anything sparkle except your liver.
I know.
That,
You need a new
that
one of
glistens
those.
every weekend.
Speaking of which, I'm wicked thirsty.
Is that vodka?
Don't smell it. I told everyone at work this week, I was like, don't smell my water.
Yeah, I can smell your breath from across the table, and I know it's not alcohol.
I'm gonna spit out her water now. Look what you did.
Wow, you're really choking tonight, girl.
You funny, Rob.
You are so funny, Rob. That's why.
Wow, wow, wow. It's because I'm in like one of those moods where I'm like,
It's because you have coffee.
and I think this is my third coffee.
That's what I'm saying.
Your stomach's not going to be right tomorrow.
No, but I'm going to be so skinny once that coffee processes.
No, you're not.
If you catch my drift.
If that were true, I would be tiny.
You drink coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you only
Not
drank
real
mocha
coffee.
tonics.
No, it's not real. The regular coffee. It's mocha tonics, but it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's a coffee. Well, it's not coffee. It's like a chocolate caffeine thing. And it's like coffee. It's like you can have it hot or cold, and
Does it have bubbles?
but it doesn't have a coffee bean in it, and which I hate. I can't stand coffee.
No
bean.
bubbles.
Yeah, it's just like an instant coffee type thing. Yeah. And what?
I asked if it had bubbles. Yeah. Because it had the word tonic. So I'm like, what is it, coffee soda?
It's coffee soda, Caitlin.
No, it's not.
I know it's just like basically like instant coffee.
Did you guys know that Patty has her own website where you can shop and almost buy anything?
You can buy anything.
Yeah,
Patty.
it's called shoppatty'small.com.
Mm-hmm.
That's Patty with 2 T's and a Y
And no apostrophe.
and no
It's just-
apostrophe.
Yeah, it's just shoppatty'small.com.
Yeah.
And there's
You can buy mocha tonics there.
you can buy mocha tonics there. You can shop at Home Depot there. You can shop at any store you shop at normally.
Well, one time I bought Patty's Christmas present for her own website and she made commission on it.
Mhm.
So she
That's
got 2
what I
Christmas
love.
presents.
That's why I buy 95% of anything I buy for myself.
Yeah, and that's when I got you those glass bacon and egg earrings and you lost one at the strip club.
I didn't know we were going to talk about that on the radio.
You were working and the bacon fell off.
No, I was not working. First of all,
Really?
you've never even been.
We used to do drag shows at Kittens in Salisbury.
I've been by Kittens many times.
You can't miss Kittens. It's lime green. Or not lime green, mint green.
I wore my earrings one night there, and someone bumped into me. It slipped off of my ear, and I said, "Oh no, I must find my earring." And it was never found again. That's the story.
Really?
That's it.
It was
Nothing
in
else
our
to talk
car.
about. Nothing else to talk about.
It was in our car and it was bacon that you lost. You lost me.
I didn't lose bacon.
If you guys don't know me and Patty's relationship, we are so stupid that we got bacon and eggs tattooed on our feet.
Both.
Yeah,
You
she
have
has
bacon?
she
You have
has
bacon?
egg.
I have egg.
I have bacon, and they're on our feet so that when we put our feet together, they hold hands.
So stupid.
And this is why we need to be on Naked and Afraid, so bacon and eggs can just get smaller and smaller because we're going to lose a crap ton of weight.
I know. That's another reason why I actually agreed to do it, because I'm doing all this stuff. I lost 25 pounds and I've completely plateaued, and I've been upping my game, but I'm completely plateaued.
Yeah, we just need to start for 14 days.
Let's just go on Naked and Afraid.
We won't do anything but just lay in the sand and swim all day.
We
won't
have
eat.
have to pitch it as a bacon and egg adventures, though. Life's a drag with bacon and egg.
We host a radio show. We'll plug it every day. That'd be amazing.
Every day, because we're going to make it more than a day. I love it. I love the enthusiasm.
And you know what, though? I went like 12 days without pretty much eating barely anything when I had I had major dental work done last January, and I lost 12 pounds in a week.
That might be true, but you are also unbearable, and we have to enjoy our time.
I didn't even see you in those 2 weeks.
That's
so
not
you
true,
cannot
because every
say
time I
was
talked to you, I
unbearable.
made fun of the way you talked.
I didn't even see you. You're so stupid.
like,
I was a couch potato
like,
those 2 weeks.
That's
Yeah.
how you talked.
Yeah, I
it
couldn't
was
talk.
amazing. It was awesome.
I couldn't talk for like 2 weeks, okay? It's not my fault. You're a horrible person.
I love you.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You are so fired. I don't need you anymore.
Which will be never.
Right? Clearly, we're gonna have an interesting night hosting Pride together at Martha's.
Oh, you're hosting too?
She's my co-host for the
I
first time ever.
am. It's a way to promote the radio. I don't normally host, but we thought it would be a nice way to promote the radio show, and
We're supposedly having matching outfits made.
well, allegedly, but
You
we'll
have
see.
1 week.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, the fabric's in, but Patty hasn't been measured yet, so we're getting a little nervous.
Where do you get custom costumes made?
From Shady Lady Designs.
I want one.
Yeah, you should call her. She's great.
Right now, I currently have one of the Pride T-shirts. We have them in the staff colors.
Oh,
Oh, that's great.
I sponsored, so I'm gonna get 2 of those T-shirts.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
You should definitely hand them out so people are wearing matching T-shirts and go Pride.
Yeah, they're really cute, actually. I love the Nashua Pride logo. Whoever did it is genius.
So I actually do all the marketing, and I brought in a friend who's lived in Nashua forever to work on the logo, and it came out awesome. Chrissy Andrews.
I don't know her.
Chrissy?
Yeah, Chrissy.
Chrissy Andrews. Thank you, Chrissy
Shout out to
Andrews.
Chrissy.
Shout out to
One thing I want to bring up too is we had a photographer for the 29th, and the photographer ended up canceling because of a obligation with one of their children. And we are still currently looking for a photographer that would be able to just take pictures of the meet and greet that night.
At Martha's?
At Martha's. And I could probably offer very little pay because this photographer was doing it for free, so I didn't budget this. Or I could offer a couple of tickets to the show.
So if you're a photographer and you're listening, or you have any photographer friends, throw it out there on Facebook land that we're looking for a photographer for the 29th for a very short period of time, if they're willing to volunteer their time to a worthy cause.
The drag queens are all volunteering their time, so we expect you to do the same. I'm just kidding. No, we get paid for Martha's,
Yeah,
fortunately.
you get paid for the night show.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be great if people can throw it out there on Facebook land in their own feeds and try and see if anyone's interested.
Yeah, that would be amazing. And if you're listening on Facebook, please share. And if you're listening live on the radio, you're listening to Life's a Drag. I am Monique Too Soon. I am here with Patty Hurley, Caitlin Slawinski, and Alderman Shoshana Kelly.
I have one more question, actually, if you don't mind.
I do.
Okay. Well, I didn't actually ask you.
Oh, she's getting sassy.
So you said there's 4 people giving speeches, one being this person right here.
Yep.
Who else is talking?
So the mayor will do a greeting. I'm going to speak. Rob here, and why can't I think of the 4th person? It's completely evading me.
Totally didn't mean to catch you off guard. That's called pregnancy brain.
It's Colonel Sanders. Yeah, I know I said that wrong. It's Colonel Sanders.
I know you meant to.
It's not a surprise speaker. I just can't think of who it is.
That's okay. I had pregnancy brain too. They literally are taking all of the good stuff.
Wouldn't it be great if it was Bill Cosby? I think he's still in jail, isn't he?
I have a feeling that Nashua would
He's
invoke
out?
him.
I said I hope so.
Yeah, I don't even know if he is or not still. I think he
stopped following the story. I mean, I know it's a horrible thing to say. I just got bored with the story.
is. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Patty.
I know I'm not a good human being.
Nope.
I think we've reviewed that.
Neither one of us are. I'm under fire again on Facebook, of course. Since the last library event, I've been under fire a little bit, but now I'm under fire again for being the trashy drag queen hosting Pride, the porn star, the trashy drag queen, all the other things I've been called. And
I know. Well,
blah, blah,
it's
blah,
to
blah,
like
blah, blah.
to our what we were talking about earlier. You can state a fact, and you can state it over and over again, and people are and people can or won't take that information. Like I could hold this up and say, like, this is my water bottle, and people would be like, well, that's an interesting opinion, and go so on and so forth. But the woman who keeps talking about drag queens being like predators
and offensive to women,
that crosses a line to me. Like that crosses, if you don't like drag queens, you don't like I mean, maybe you're homophobic, whatever, just don't go. Don't say anything. Just don't engage. It's not your business. Like I don't go around talking about the religions I don't like and I don't do that. It's none of my business what people do. But
live and let live.
But so then you go to the level where I'm going to complain about it on a public forum. Okay, fine, whatever. Do what you got to do if it makes you happy. Calling someone a predator or accusing someone of being a predator.
Yeah, I got called a pedophile when I did the library event.
That is such a high level of offense that I couldn't control I can't control myself around people like that verbally, not physically, because I'm a lover, not a fighter, but verbally.
Deep breaths.
Yeah.
A lot of smiling and just
I learned to just
I learned that as being a public.
to just view it and wipe it off.
Well,
and
you're so much better than me because I'll text him, and I'll be like, shim sham and the flim flam, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And he's just like, whatever, don't even bother responding. It's just going to make you look bad. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, just ignore it. Because you know what? At this point, I feel like I've shown that I'm nothing these people say I am. Obviously, my 21 plus shows are inappropriate. I'm inappropriate. I have a foul mouth on the microphone. Yes, but you're paying for a 21 plus show. It's not on my Facebook. It's not for kids to see. It's nothing like that. But the Pride Daytime show is completely G-rated. There's no extreme costumes that are offensive or vulgar or any of that. And I know they're trying to take pictures that were from last year's Pride and be like, oh, I see cleavage. Okay. Walk down the street, you're going to see a ton of real cleavage.
Yeah, right here in the radio show, there's cleavage.
Stop.
Only Caitlin. Yeah, I was going to say.
Like, I'm pretty covered up here.
I'll join you, Caitlin.
I'm wearing my best Darth Vader shirt.
Yeah, it's you just kind of learn to wipe it off. And I feel like last year's Pride should have showed people that there's nothing bad about it. And it's a happy day for everyone that attends. And it's just happy, happy, happy. And
yeah, but the people that don't want to see it that way aren't going to because
Yeah.
they've determined not to.
Yeah.
And those are the people that just don't have to come.
I have been telling everyone at work today, I'm like, I should invent bulletproof boobs for drag queens. For when we have to do events where we're afraid for our lives. Because I was really terrified at that library event that happened this past January.
And I was going to say thank you
yeah.
so much for doing that. I know that you talked about, your concerns and like maybe not doing it. And I was there and
I remember you now.
Yeah, we met at the end.
We met,
Yeah.
yes, we did. And you calmed me down. I was like, I'm going to go over there right now. And you were just like, hey, how about we just sit here and breathe? And I was like, okay, you
Yeah.
just wrecked my day, but okay. I'm going to bring the place down.
But here's the thing. That event meant so much to the teens that were there. There were so many teens who needed that, who wanted to hear the support, who got to connect with you. And that was the important part. Yes, people were yelling at us at the end. People had their opinions. People were trying to, put them out there and make it what it wasn't. But I walked away with this feeling of we have a great community, people who came to stand up, and then these kids who are feeling very lost and have a lot of questions really were able to bring those forward and feel like they had someone to connect with.
One thing a lot of people don't realize is that one of the highest statistics of gay suicide is from unaccepting families. So if God forbid any one of these people's kids ended up being gay, I don't know what they would do.
Yeah. It scares
so
me.
I'll try not to cry, but there's someone who's doing free mom hugs. And they got all the shirts. And I don't know if you've seen the post that's been going around Facebook, but there was a dad who was like, this kid fell into my arms and just started crying because I had a free dad hug shirt. And it was because his parents weren't accepting of where he was. And to imagine that, just that someone needed that hug so much. So
somebody did tell me at that library event that their parents did not accept them for who they were. And I said, you know what? You're almost 18. I'm like, find some friends, get with those friends, be with them. And then when you're 18, you can find new parents.
I think I remember you saying find new parents. And I was
That's
like,
right. If they don't accept you and they never will, then go on.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't let the darkness kill the lightness. Like, just find that light at the end of the tunnel. There is a light at the end of every tunnel. I had a darkness around that whole library event too. And it got darker after the fact because then they started threatening to take my child away from me. They started threatening to interfere with my adoption. And that's when I got really PO'd because you don't mess with my personal life because you have a problem with my drag personality.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Try.
And I think that like with the library piece and the free mom hugs and some of those questions that were the kids wrote down before, they broke my heart. And I know I always joke, in no word of a lie, I cried a couple of times to myself and didn't let anyone see it, but it broke my heart that people feel that way about themselves and about who they are, just sitting in your own skin. I mean, we're all insecure a little bit, right? But sitting in your own skin and not being loved. And Rob gave them that day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really, really rewarding for me in that sense too. And I'm really glad I did the event, even though I was terrified to be there of anything that could possibly go wrong.
I was there. I was your bodyguard.
I would like to thank you, Alderman Shoshana Kelly at large.
Thank you
for being on Life's a
Thank
Drag.
you for having me. And I'm excited for next week.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Pride. And thank you to my co-host Patty and Caitlin. There are still tickets available at MoniqueTooSoon.com for next week's show at Martha's, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.